Hello, I'm Randy Boyle, staff attorney at the National Health Law Program. In part 4 of this 4-part series of Medi-Cal video trainings, we are going to talk about Medi-Cal programs specifically for people who are elderly or have a disability. Under Medi-Cal rules, an aged or elderly person is someone who is age 65 or older. A person who is determined to have a disability is someone who meets the Medi-Cal definition of disability, which is the same as the Social Security definition of disability. Basically, a person with a disability is someone who is unable to engage in what is called substantial gainful activity because of a disability that is expected to last at least 12 continuous months or result in her death. Note that there is a different definition of disability for children and a different definition for someone who may qualify as a blind individual. With certain cash public benefit programs, a person also receives full Medi-Cal coverage without the need to fill out a separate application. These are the cash-related categories. The most important of these is SSI, or the Supplemental Security Income Program. If a beneficiary receives $1 of SSI, then she is also entitled to full Medi-Cal without a separate application for as long as she continues to receive SSI. Another program, the Refugee Cash Assistance Program, gives full Medi-Cal to a refugee or asylee during the first 8 months in the U.S. Neither of these programs has a share of cost for the beneficiary. A couple of programs that are particularly important for people who are elderly or have disabilities are the Aged and Disabled Federal Poverty Level Program and the 250% Working Disabled Program. Under the Aged and Disabled Federal Poverty Level Program, the state basically enables people to be eligible for this program by ignoring a portion of their income. If the income exemption is applied, the beneficiary's income falls at or below the 100% of federal poverty level. Then this person is eligible for this program. The federal poverty level changes from year to year, so this income level also changes at least annually on April 1st. A couple may be eligible for this program if each of them is either elderly or has a disability. If a person's income is a few dollars over the income limit for the program, then an advocate should look at permissible deductions from the beneficiary's income in order to help the person qualify for this program. First, the beneficiary is entitled to the $20 any income deduction. Second, if the beneficiary is paying out of pocket for any health insurance premiums, including Medicare prescription drug plan premiums, that insurance premium amount must be deducted from the countable income. As an example, if you are assisting a person whose income is over the income limit for the Aged and Disabled program by just a few dollars, that person may purchase a health insurance policy that requires payment of a premium. The monthly dollar amount that the person pays for the premium is deducted from her countable income. If her countable income is then at or below the limit for this program, she would be income eligible for the Aged and Disabled Federal Poverty Level Program and thus possibly eligible for full Medi-Cal coverage with no share of cost. Note that under this program, a blind individual may need to get a separate determination of disability in order to qualify. Remember too, for children, the disability definition is different than it is for adults. Like most Medi-Cal programs, this program has limits on how much property a beneficiary may own. Under this program, an individual can have a maximum of non-exempt property worth $2,000 or $3,000 maximum for a couple. Exempt property for all Medi-Cal programs includes a beneficiary's home, clothing, furniture, usually a car, and certain other things such as items necessary for self-employment or tools that are needed for a person's employment. Under this program, individual development accounts are also exempt. Under the 250% Working Disabled program, an individual who has a disability can work and still receive full Medi-Cal. This relatively new program is an odd program because its income and resource rules are very different from those for other Medi-Cal programs, and it is the only Medi-Cal program that requires payment of a monthly premium. To be eligible for this program, a person must be a U.S. citizen or have satisfactory immigration status. A person must also meet the Social Security and Medi-Cal definition of having a disability. A person may do this by showing she receives Social Security Disability Income Benefits, or SSDI, or she no longer receives SSDI disability benefits because she is working, but retains her Medicare coverage because she continues to be disabled. Alternatively, she may show she currently receives Medi-Cal or in-home support services based on a disability, or she received Medi-Cal services or in-home support services or SSI within the last 12 months and did not lose those benefits because she was determined to no longer be disabled. A person may also get a disability determination by the Disability and Adult Programs Division of the State Department of Social Services in order to show that she has a disability. Under this program, substantial gainful activity is not a consideration in determining eligibility in the program. Couples may be eligible for this program if each meets the non-financial criteria for the program. For this program, a person can have a higher amount of income than would be the case in other Medi-Cal programs, up to 250% or 2.5 times the federal poverty level. All disability-related income is exempt when determining what income to count, and this can be a very important eligibility factor for a lot of people. This exempt income includes Social Security disability income, state disability insurance, workers' compensation, as well as private disability payments. Under this program, a beneficiary's retirement accounts are exempt, even if she has access to the money in those accounts. These include IRAs, 401ks, and other private retirement accounts. In other respects, these beneficiaries would need to meet the income and resources as well as the citizenship and immigration status rules for the SSI program. To remain in this program, a person must pay a monthly premium. The monthly premium is based on a sliding scale depending on a person's or a couple's countable income. The premiums range from $20 up to $375 per month. To be eligible under this program, a person must also be working. The definition of work under the 250% Working Disabled program is actually quite modest. Many beneficiaries in this program are employed watering a neighbor's lawn for pay, or walking a neighbor's dog, or babysitting their grandchildren for a few hours after school. Each of these employment activities meets the definition of work under the 250% Working Disabled program. The beneficiary must be able to document the work, and the beneficiary is entitled to all of the work-related income deductions available to working supplemental security income beneficiaries.